Hello, I'm Madonna Barr and I'm from Queanbeyan in New South Wales in Australia, and I'm on day 17 of the Propulsion Challenge. So I really enjoyed tonight's video. It was really great to see the hierarchy of change. I'm very passionate about change. Consequently, my business name is called Change Central, so it was really cool to learn about the hierarchy and how the higher that you start in the hierarchy, the more change it'll affect down the different layers. So that was super cool. So thank you so much for that. We've got 3 questions to answer, or I do, as part of the program today. And the first one is, where is the major source of joy in my life? I believe joy is mostly generated from me internally. So joy for me is a feeling that I feel when I look for the good in the world, and I see the good and I appreciate the good, and I look at it through the eyes of love and appreciation and gratitude, and I feel joy. So joy comes from a lot of different sources in my life, because essentially I'm very optimistic and I generally look for the good in most things. I mean, obviously you can't have good without bad, so I certainly see that too. But I think when you focus on the good, you do feel more joyful and you feel lighter and feel happier. I get joy a lot from my son Rupert. He is an amazing source of inspiration and joy in my life. I get joy from having fun experiences with my friends and family. I get joy from sitting quietly just on my own sometimes and just listening to some music or doing some creative writing. But essentially at the end of the day, I really truly believe joy is generated internally, and it's up to you to see life from a joyful perspective. The second question is to do with what is my idea of an extraordinary life? Well, I think an extraordinary life is one where you have, all of the things that are important in life, so your health, your finances, your romantic love connection, your relationship with yourself, relationship with your family and friends, and hobbies and desires. I think when you have all of those fulfilled, I think that is an extraordinary life. So again, if you look at all of those different areas of your life from a joyful perspective, and you seek the good in those, and you make connections in that way, and you connect with the motivation of propagating good relationships and good results, and do the actions that are congruent, and you be yourself, I think that's an extraordinary life, when you're able to connect in your life with others in an authentic way, and have freedom of choice. So that's what I call an extraordinary life. It's a very big question for me because I'm a very adventurous person and I love a lot of different activities, and I love a variety of topics. So to think about, talk about, read about, and my spectrum of music that I love is unbelievably broad. So for me, extraordinary means big. It means freedom to explore and learn and choose and experience. So it's pretty cool. The last question tonight is, what am I doing differently as a result of the Propulsion Challenge? And essentially what I'm doing differently very much is focusing on my education. I do have a lot of education and training in my background during my corporate career. However, you sort of stop doing that, and you're just in the doing mode of doing contracts and jobs and achieving things, and then sometimes you just have to stop, breathe, take time for yourself and realize, well, wow, hey, I haven't actually gone and done a course for a while, or wow, I haven't learnt something new and I'm feeling a bit stale and stuck. So the great thing about this is that, one, I'm doing the Propulsion Challenge and taking the time and the effort and the investment in myself to just take that 30 days to re-examine a lot of facets in my life, which is great. But focusing on education, being single-minded of purpose, is another thing that I'm doing differently. And the third thing that I'm doing is really committing to doing what matters in my life. You know, living that extraordinary life and being curious about so many, issues, matters, topics, whatever, it can be very distracting because I'm always seeking knowledge. I'm always attracted to new learning opportunity, which means you can go off on 50,000 tangents and, end up back kind of where you started. Sure, you're a bit wiser about like what have I actually achieved. So for me, it's about planning this year, taking time out to educate myself and being really committed to that path and knowing that that is really the right path. It feels good, it feels true, and it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels really peaceful, and I'm really proud of myself that I'm sticking to that and honouring this new phase in my life. It's very exciting. And Chris, you're quite a major part in that educational process, so not only through the Wealth Propulsion Challenge, but the Master Certification that is coming that I'm really looking forward to. And then, I really hope that it just doesn't stop there. I hope that things prosper and, I'm able to then take the next steps in my journey. So that is my day 17 wrap up. Thank you so much for watching my video. It was a really great opportunity to share a bit more about me with you, and I really look forward to day 18. Okay, thank you so much again, and love and light, and I'll see you on day 18. Ciao.